Hey, what's good guys, it's Cahmron. Today I'll be showing you how to make a 6'4 Diming Layup Artist on NBA 2K26. Definitely is an atypical build, being a 6'4 small forward. This is kind of like one of those really weird utility builds that I like to make. And this is definitely not a build for everybody, but if you are into sort of playing however you want, sort of doing your own thing, I think this build would be a lot of fun to play on. So to make this your 6'4", 235 with a 6'10 wingspan, the biggest thing that I promise you is going to be really enjoyable on this build is this 98 close shot. That's going to give you legend float game, and you're going to be able to pair that with an 85 driving layup for silver mix master, silver physical finisher. You'll be able to get some of the new Huerter layup animations, Bam floater, Austin Reeves, Jalen Brunson, just all the good layup animations compounded with the fact that you have legend float game. Believe it or not, it is cheaper to do this with close shot than it is layups. That's why you see in a lot of my builds that utilize floaters, they have this ridiculous close shot rating. You have an 81 driving dunk, you're going to try to get some caps here. 65 standing dunk, 79 post for gold post fade phenom. You got an 80 mid-range for gold post fade, an 83 3-ball for bronze limitless, a 64 free throw. Not the best, but I think if you know your animation, you should hit a decent amount of them. Jumper-wise for this, I really like Bronny James Jr. base, actually, either that or Allen Iverson for my under 6'5s. You got 85 pass for bronze bailout, Jimmy Butler pass style. You have an 80 ball handle, 75 suited ball. You always could get this lightning launch up to Hall of Fame if you would like, but again, this is a 6'4 small forward, so I didn't really feel that you needed like an 86 speed with ball on it. So defensively on this build, I just went ahead and maxed out the interior defense. But what I will say is, if you do not care about this, you always could lower this. If you get your steal up by 1, it's going to probably let you be able to get 91. So we'll go ahead and do that. You get some nice cap multipliers on this build, including a few in your strength as well. I believe you get like a crazy +4 strength boost. So what we're going to actually do is lower the strength. We're going to use a +4 there to go 85, which is going to give you gold immovable once you get your perimeter defense up. So your perimeter can be 85. You should be able to get a 90 to 91 steal. You've got really crazy rebounding for your height. You've got Alex Caruso motion style. You'll have 85 strength. You can jump out the gym. You can get 94 driving dunk on this build. And some decent standing dunk options as well. I went ahead and just upgraded this all the way to 65. I understand you don't get the animations, but I still feel like occasionally they'll trigger, and to be honest, like this is so dirt cheap at 6'4 that, you know, you're getting 3 free throw points. So kind of whatever you want to do with some of those empty attributes, we'll just go ahead and drop them on free throw for fun. But yeah, you've got the shades of Glenn Robinson, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul Pierce, and this comes out as a Diming Layup Artist. Now, what I'm going to do is show you guys the jump shot that I would use on this build, and it's right here. I would use Bronny James, Baluba, Colin Sexton, and this is my blending. I want you to look, right, that's an all A+ jump shot with a 75 mid-range requirement. You have F timing stability, but I really don't see it as a huge issue. These are grades you get on an Allen Iverson jumper that requires like an 87 or an 89 shooting rating. And the only caveat is you have F timing stability, and that's still been a huge mystery as to what that really does. Some other animations I would look at on this build, obviously with your layup, I just threw Jordan Poole on here for fun just because they're pretty flashy animations. But your main thing, if you're under 6'4", and this doesn't make sense and it seems like it's troll, but Magic Johnson actually has some really nice floater animations that are going to throw some people off, get a little bit of style points as well when you do them. Out of all of the Magic animations, these ones don't slow you down a ton, and you don't really get in people's face when you are doing your floaters, which ultimately is just going to help you be less contested on those animations. Dribbling wise, I would run the Veen dribble style, Scoot size up, Tim Hardaway breakdown, Jimmy Butler escape, LeBron combo moves, Lonzo cross, DeMar DeRozan behind the back, Steve Nash spin, Jimmy Butler hezzy, Jimmy Butler step back, and Kobe Bryant triple threat style. This essentially is going to dribble like a 6'7" or 6'8" guard, but you're kind of packed as a 6'4" small forward. But again, that DeMar behind the back creates a ton of space, and that little crossover you do after that is usually how I like to gauge how the defense is on me. So if I hit this behind the back and I'm open for a 3, I'll go ahead and take that shot. If I hit the behind the back and they're here, hit a quick cross and go into a floater. If you don't go into a floater, just know your mid-range timing. But right there, if they give me the 3, sure, we'll take the 3, come back, behind the back, they're here, explosive, and right there, nice floater. You basically stop exactly where you are for those, which I really, really like, these deep floaters for Magic Johnson. If you're going each direction, there's some really nice left-handed and right-handed floaters here, and you can trigger them out from pretty deep as well. And as you see with just an 85 layup, you really have a huge green window still on these. I mean, that one literally there timed it terribly and it still popped up on my screen. But I just think this is a really good way to mix up scoring if you have a big in the paint. You do this, you get in front of your guy real quick, seal him off, you could go for a floater right there at the free throw line, and if that big steps up, you have a high enough pass that you could always bail out of that. And obviously as well, once you get your contact dunks, you will be able to, and even without them, I mean, your stick dunk meters are still really nice, especially if you are wide open. And looking at your actual cap breaker multipliers on this build, you'll see you get a really nice boost to your driving dunk. That's 84, 87, 90, 92, 94. You get the new Jalen Johnson dunks, and your gold posterizer and a lot of other contact animations. As you see right here with perimeter defense, you are able to get 85 with 3 caps, and on your steal, this will get you up to 78, 81, 84, 87, 90. So you may need to raise the steal up by 1 more point in order to get 91. But you still could get an 85 for Gold Interceptor, and down here on your strength as well, you get a +1 for 85. That's going to give you Gold Immovable once you get your perimeter upgraded to 85. So, specialization-wise, I would run shooting, just because I almost have it done. If you have any other specialization you're close on, to be honest, I think you may as well just use whatever one you almost have completed, just because they are such crazy grinds. Because either way, you're going to use some on your physicals anyway. So if I'm not using anything for my shooting, I always could get my agility up to 85. I could get my strength up higher, get my speed upgraded. You know, you could always use those there. And kind of the big question of why would you make this? This is basically an undersized point forward. It's got really good utility. Dribbles like a wing at 6'4". Bronny James base is really, really, really good. Amazing grades. You've got a unique ability to sort of break down the defense from that middle zone just with these floaters. And if they play up too high, you could blow by them, go for a stick dunk. You could dot up your teammates. If you're fouled, you can knock down a free throw. You're still fairly switchable, and you still will get chase downs and blocks with this 71 rating. A great rebounder, especially for 6'4". You know, there's a world where you can get Hall of Fame rebound chaser on this with a max +2. And I think overall, if you like this name, and you don't mind sort of being undersized, I definitely would check this build out. So with that, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.